They didn't warn us. Nobody said this was coming. And now the internet is on fire. Oba Femi showed up to a police station to visit Seth Rollins. Let that sink in. The man who has been dismantling everything in his path walked into a police station to sit across from the guy he put there. That's not a rivalry anymore. That's personal. That's a message. And Becky Lynch? She pulled up with her daughter. Her daughter, at a police station. The look on her face said everything her mouth didn't have to. This is not WWE storyline energy right now. This felt real. This felt like something broke that can't be fixed. Let's go back to how we even got here. Seth Rollins has been carrying this thing on his back 4 months. The pressure, the ego, the need to prove he's still the guy. And Oba Femi has been watching, waiting, learning every crack in Seth's armor. Because that's what Oba does. He doesn't rush. He doesn't beg for moments. He takes them. And when Seth was at his most exposed, Oba didn't just strike. He made sure everyone saw it. That's the part that hurts the most. It wasn't just an attack. It was a statement. You are not above me. You never were. Now let's slow this down. Because there is one moment from this week that changed the entire dynamic of this story. Oba Femi walked into that police station, and he wasn't angry. He wasn't loud. He wasn't performing for a camera. He sat down, calm, collected, and looked Seth Rollins in the eye. That's scarier than anything he could have said on a microphone. Because rage you can match. Calm means he already won in his head. Calm means he came there to deliver a message, not start a conversation. And Seth had to sit there and take it. No entrance music, no pyro, no crowd chanting his name. Just 2 men in a room, and one of them had all the power. That's the moment. That's where this story shifted. Seth Rollins has spent years building an identity around being ungovernable, unbreakable, the visionary. But what happens when the vision gets blurry? What happens when someone younger, hungrier, and completely unbothered starts living in your head rent-free? That's where Seth is right now. And deep down, I think he knows it. We have a quick request for you. We are constantly working to improve our content to earn your love and support. That's why we would truly appreciate it if you could take a moment to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Now let's talk about Becky, because she deserves her own moment here. Becky Lynch showing up with her daughter. That wasn't scripted energy. That was a wife. That was a mother. That was a woman who looked at the situation and decided she wasn't going to stay home and wait. She came. She showed up. And whatever was said in that room between them, we may never know. But the image of her daughter being there, that hit different. Because now this isn't just about championships. It's not about who's on top of the card. This is about a family watching someone they love get humiliated. And Oba Femi made sure that family had a front row seat. That's cold. That's calculated. That's the kind of thing you don't forget. The question isn't whether Seth wants revenge. Of course he does. The question is he still capable of getting it? Because here's what I think is really happening. Oba doesn't just want to beat Seth. He wants to replace him. Not the title, not the spot, the identity. He wants to be what Seth used to be in this company. The guy everybody looks at when things get serious. The one the locker room respects without being told to. And he's doing it by tearing Seth down one layer at a time. First the body, now the pride, next, the legacy. And Seth feels it. That's why the police station visit matters so much. Oba didn't have to go there. Nobody asked him to. He chose to walk in there. He chose to look Seth in the eye at his lowest moment. Because he wanted Seth to feel it. He wanted Seth to see who he is now. Not the visionary, not the main event guy. Just a man sitting in a room who got. Here's what I think happens next. Seth comes back. But he comes back different. Not flashy. Not worrying about being the cool character anymore. Desperate. Dangerous. When a prideful man loses his pride, he stops playing by his own rules. And Oba, as calm and composed as he is right now, has never seen that version of Seth Rollins. Nobody has. Here at Wrestling Zone Insider, we've been tracking this story from the jump. And this is the chapter that changes everything. This is not build-up anymore. This is the boiling point. Trivia question for the comments. What was the first title Seth Rollins ever won in WWE? Drop your answer below. Let's see who knows their history. Now before I close this out, I need you to pick a side. Because this is where it splits. Either you believe Seth Rollins still has it, that the fire in him is going to come back 10 times hotter, that Oba Femi just made the biggest mistake of his career by waking something up, or you believe this is over, that the calm in Oba's eyes at that police station was the look of a man who already knows the ending, that Seth's time at the top is done, and Becky and her daughter are going to have to watch him fall. Which side are you on? Is Seth Rollins going to rise back up and make Oba regret every single move he's made? Or is this the beginning of the end for the visionary? Comment right now, because this debate is